But how changed you are!
Not really.
All plump and rosy you are.
At least it agrees with your health.
Look how your mother insisted on coming down to welcome you back, dear. Go to her.
Excuse me. You'll see to Mrs. Houghton.
Hello, Mother.
Child, you look dreadful. It isn't you.
Oh, it's the uniform, Venus. She's not used to seeing you like this.
I can't understand that any young girl from any upbringing whatsoever, would want to choose such an occupation. I just don't understand it. If I didn't know better, I'd think you take some sort of perverse pride. Yes, pride in making yourself unmarriageable. My word, you're 27 years old.
28.
28 years old, and you've done nothing but stack the odds against yourself. First by turning down perfectly good boys from good families, for no other reason than you don't know your own mind. That young man from Australia,
Alexander.
I'm surprised you even remember their names. So little interest do you show them. So what was wrong with Alexander?
Miss Frost didn't like his teeth.
Oh, shark-like they were. But she might still have married him.
And that other young man, Arthur?
Eyes like a flounder.
Who do you think you are? The Rani of Sarawak? I understand a young woman wanting to improve her station. It is the right and sensible thing to do. But you snub even your betters. Perfectly good boys. One refusal after another.
You mustn't upset yourself, Mrs. Houghton.
I will speak my piece. Surely I've earned the right. All my life I've kept silent, hoping people would see sense. But no, the house of Houghton has steadily fallen. Between your father's business schemes and your incomprehensible behaviour. First it was the refusals, and now this. What man fit to call himself a man would want a wife whose hands are in everyone's business down there?
I'm a trained maternity nurse. I've a use.
A respectable woman has but one use: to marry, bear children, and make a home.
Respectability strikes me as a god-awful bore.
Vina and her jokes.
Look at us. Look at this house. At our lives. Don't you just want to scream sometimes? I've been out in the world.
Among the rabble that it's not our world.
No, indeed.
From what I can see, the world of which you speak extends no further than the doorstep of Manchester House. You keep the curtains drawn at all hours. You'd think we were shadows, not living people at all. Is it any wonder that father barely steps foot in his own home?
Hush, child. Can't you see your mother's unwell?
It's my fault, Miss Frost. I've left Alvina's upbringing in the hands of others. This is the result.
What is it that you find so disagreeable in me? Is it that I have a mind of my own? Didn't you once?
Time's past when you can afford to be all high and mighty. Now's the time to hook onto somebody, before it's too late. Expect nothing from your father. We've already seen what a bungling schemer he's turned out to be. There's nothing but foul.
In business, perhaps. But is it not worse, far worse, to fail at life? Look at all the people who failed to establish themselves on the face of the earth.
Whatever does that mean? You may as well be speaking Greek. I talk about the necessities in life. You know as well as I that unless you act swiftly, your father will leave you penniless. Who will marry you without a dowry? Not that you're bad looking, just odd. You don't hook on. And once Miss Frost and I are gone, You'll have no relatives left to go to. No one. You'll be quite alone.
I think I should like that.
Well, of course you don't mean that, dear. Vina doesn't mean it, Mrs. Houghton. She's just tired from her journey.
But I do. Why should I have said it if I didn't mean it?
There's nothing left for me but to die. Miss Frost, would you help me upstairs, please? I shall never leave my bed again.
Oh, you mustn't take it so hard, Mrs. Houghton. Vina didn't mean it. You know how she is.
They never see sense. Neither father nor daughter. Have you ever known a more wilful, mule-headed pair? I leave them to each other. There's nothing more I can do.
You needn't worry. Father and I will get on.
You might take off that uniform now.
I shall offer my services without delay. There is no lack of baby making here in Woodholm. I've done the calculations. 10 babies a month at 2 guineas each. 3 to 5 for the well-to-do.
Aren't too many in Woodholm as can afford a 2-guinea nurse. And you, Miss Vina, being of a certain class. No matter, you can always give piano lessons.
No use wasting your breath, Miss Frost. She's a schemer, like her father. Real life, real people mean nothing to them. Nothing short of utter ruin will bring them down from the clouds. Now, if you would, I'd like to go up.
Of course, Mrs. Houghton. Vina, dear, come and take your mother's other arm. These stairs get steeper every day. Well, our Alvina is really home.
You'll not hear another word from me. I've said my piece. Nothing remains now but to pray for you, my daughter.
You needn't. No, please don't do that.